Good evening, doctor. Today we are going to interview you for our assignment purpose. Thank you for your time. My name is Hui.
My name is CHIEW.
We would like to know your working experience in UUM. So let's begin with our first questions. Doctor, could you please introduce yourself and tell us what subject you are teaching?
Okay, I'm Dr. Zeng Ji Kyong from School of Quantitative Sciences. So I teach data mining, research methodology, elementary statistics, just name a few, for undergraduate students. Meanwhile, I also teach business intelligence and data analytics for postgraduate courses.
Wow, that was so interesting. So how long have you been teaching since UUM?
I've been teaching for about, I think, 8 years for both UG and PG courses.
Wow. So what inspired you to become a lecturer in UUM?
Actually, I enjoy working with numbers, data, and also formula. So I like to discover behind the scene of the data. So I like to do the checking of the validation, and I also like to develop analytical model, so that I can anticipate the future.
Wow. So what was mathematics or numbers always your favorite subjects since your school?
Definitely mathematics. Of course, mathematics is one of my favorite subjects, along with science, because I like problem solving, and I also like to discover. I like to understand how the things work logically.
Wow, that was totally different from me. I just like art streams. So what do you enjoy the most during teachings in UUM?
I like to interact with my students, so whenever I see them understand what I'm trying to convey, I feel the sense of satisfactions. And besides that, I think that the colleagues here, regardless of what races they are really kind-hearted, and then whenever you need help, they will definitely lend their hands.
So moving to next part, we are going to ask you about your teaching experience and challenge in UUM. So what would you describe your teaching style when it coming to helping students understand difficult math topics like differentiations?
To me, I think the simpler the better in my teaching. So I still use the chalk and talk approach, even though we know that nowadays we are actually dealing with digital and AI driven world. So I believe old is gold. Okay, and I think that the integration of conventional methods and the new technology approaches is essential, that our students achieve a well-balanced education.
That was a good teaching styles that I can accept. So what are some of the common challenges your students face in learning mathematics?
Okay, so in my opinion, I think that students are struggling to connect the theory and the real world practice. So in my teaching, so normally I will retrieve the real data set from open source. So I want my student to understand how actually the connection of the concept and the real world applications.
Oh. So how do you motivate your student when they find mathematics were difficult or just too boring?
Okay, so instead of those monotonic approaches, so normally I will apply some other strategies such as role play, blended learning, peer teaching. I also encourage them to ask whenever they don't understand. So I always remind them, do not afraid of making mistakes. So that is actually a part of a process of growing.
That's that's cool. So that must be fun in your class. So can you share a memorable teaching moment or experience with your students?
Yeah, actually, there are two memorable moments. So I like to collaborate with my students. So the first one is, okay, that my student successfully developed an analytical model, and he successfully won a competition. So that is the first memorable moment. So the other one is my students also successfully got her work published in a well-known Scopus journal.
Wow, that's so cool. So, how was your teachings in UUM changed since you first started in this school?
Of course, from the traditional chalk and talk approaches to the digital technology-based learning environment.
So next, Doctor, I'd like to ask you about the environment and development in this university. So first of all, what do you think UUM different from other university in Malaysia?
Definitely, it's beautiful campus surrounded by large green
Yeah.
forests and also a well-structured academic system. And to me, I think that UM also a good place to study because of its calm and inspiring environment.
Yeah, I I agree with you. So next, I'd like to ask you about how do you feel about the learning environment and facilities provided for both lecturer and students here?
I think the facility is excellent, yeah, because UM always provide a strong support for teaching, research, and also student development. But the only challenge is the occasion instability of Wi-Fi
Yeah.
connection and also portal.
Yeah, actually here the line is very low, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next, how has technology like maybe e-learning or AI tools like ChatGPT changed your way of teaching mathematics?
I think technology has made teaching more interactive and more engaging. It allows a better instant feedback from the students. It also allows, I think, bilateral communications. And besides that, the technology also allows for personalized learning experience among the students.
I see. So next, do you think students today learn differently compared to before?
Yes, definitely. Because nowadays students rely a lot on the digital resources rather than the traditional lectures. And then moreover, nowadays we have the generative AI. So this generative AI actually make a huge difference.
I see. So next, I would like to ask Doctor about the personal reflection and advice from you. So first of all, what the most rewarding part of being an academic staff in UUM?
The most rewarding part is seeing my student grow actually. Okay, grow in confidence and they know how to apply the theory in real world applications.
I see. So what's the biggest challenge you face in your academic career and how did you overcome it?
I think the biggest challenge is the work-life balance, such as the balance of teaching, hobbies, families, well-being, and maybe administrative duties.
I see. So how do you overcome this work-life balance? How do you balance it?
Of course, I need to have a very clear schedule. So I need to see which task should be prioritized.
I see. So what advice would you give to students who want to improve in like mathematics?
Of course, they need to have a consistent practice, and then they also need to understand the concept deeply, and they also need to know how to apply those theory in the real application rather than just memorizing the formula.
Yeah, I agree with Doctor because practice make perfect, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
So if you nowadays you are not a lecturer, so what do you think you will be? Maybe.
As I mentioned it just now, I actually like data. I like to discover the pattern, the trait, the characteristics of the data behind, right? So I think I may become a data scientist or data analyst. Because I hope that I can help the company to improve their their operation and also optimize the processes in the company.
I see. So today, if Doctor were not a lecturer, also will related to math subject, right?
Yes.
I see. So lastly, can Doctor give some message like to share with your UUM students about lifelong learning?
Of course, never stop learning. Okay, so always stay curious, And then whenever you don't understand, you have to be
Ask.
more braver to ask, and then always continually adapt with the new technology and knowledge.
Alright, I see. So that's all from us. So thank you so much, Doctor, for taking the time to share valuable experience and insight with us today. So we really learned a lot from your stories about teaching and life in university. And I truly appreciate your kindness and time. And I believe your words will inspire many students like us.
My pleasure and welcome.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye.